Are you confused if a borderline cares about you? Do you want to know a quick and easy way to see if the borderline loves you? Then stay tuned because I will share a surefire way to tell if your borderline cares about you. Mwah! This one's interesting for me because I observed it in myself first, actually. I noticed that there were all kinds of people that could open my text messages and not reply. And it would not bother me one bit. In fact, I didn't even pay attention if they didn't reply back to me. But there was one person that if he didn't text back fast, I freaked, okay? So why was it that I only got upset when that one person did not text back? I obviously did not have an emotional reaction to not being replied to. I had an emotional reaction to that one person not replying. So why was that? Well, I'll tell you, I cared. I was attached. I loved the person. Now, actually, I'm going to go off on a tangent right now because I have heard multiple times by people say borderlines don't love, that it's not real, that there's other words to describe how they're feeling, like obsession or limerence. I say love because to me as a borderline, the way that I felt was love, okay? It was the way that I perceived what love was. So to me, it was real. Now, I may have had a skewed perception, but to me, the feeling was so intense. Like I couldn't label it anything but love. So that's why I say I loved the person, but I only cared if it was that person. Now, therapists call this borderline's favorite person. It's the person that they are laser focused on. It's their Achilles heel. So the fastest, easiest way to tell if a borderline cares about you is if you are able to trigger her. It's sad, but it's the truth. I promise if you are not able to trigger her, she does not care about you. It's kind of funny because I see videos where people talk about borderlines hating people ghosting them. And I'm always like, well, that's partially true because if she didn't care about you, she probably hasn't even paid attention that you have ghosted her. I promise. You are not on her radar. And I hate to be blunt like that, but it's true. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Her mind is focused on somebody. I can promise you that. And that person is you if you can trigger her. So in some weird or twisted way, it's like she abuses the one she loves. It kind of reminds me of the playground days where the boy would push down the girl, but it was really because he liked her. He didn't hate her. Now, there's research that says there are other factors besides trauma that cause borderline personality disorder in people, but I think for most borderlines, they traumatize the ones that they love because as a child, the ones that were supposed to love them traumatized them. Not all borderlines suffer from it this way, but they imitate how they were shown how to handle problems. That's for a whole nother video. We can't get into that. We'd be on here forever. But for now, if you want a quick, easy, free test, all you have to do is sit back and relax and see if she gets triggered or you get a reaction out of her. Because if you do, you get that reaction, then you 100% know in her world, she is attached to you somehow. Now, don't go out and do this maliciously. Honestly, if you just wait, it will happen naturally in the course of the relationship. I personally would let it play out that way because that's the most authentic way to fill your results, collect your data. See, there you go, borderline, collecting data. Also, no, I'll throw this disclaimer in there. To receive her love is traumatizing. So I am in no way saying to stay in a toxic relationship because in the end, it is not sustainable. But people crave the love from a borderline because it's almost unconditional love, honestly. No matter what y'all put each other through, you still come back together, no matter what. So let's have an open discussion about this. What are your borderlines triggers? What makes her react? Leave comments below to let me know. I find the borderlines fascinating. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video where we discuss more topics about borderline personality disorder. Mwah!